Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Sunday, June 2nd, 2024, and I am here at the Raritan River trying to catch some smallmouth bass. The water is surprisingly murky. I did not expect it to be this murky when I got here. It's weird because we have not gotten any rain around here in a while. So, not sure why the river looks like this, but it's just a condition we're gonna have to deal with. And I was gonna start out with some kind of a finesse soft plastic, like a tube jig or a Ned rig, but given that we have overcast skies and the water's a little bit dingy, I decided to go ahead and start off with a top water. I'm gonna start by throwing around the little Rebel Pop R, and I'll see if I can get any fish to come up to it. Maybe something that makes a bit of a racket would be better in this dark water. Speaking of conditions, the water's not cold anymore, at least. So I was able to leave the waders at home and instead throw on the old junky sneakers and wet wade it today. Feels nice. Feels nice. There we go. He did not wait long to get that. I don't think that's a smallmouth though. It's a rock bass. It's a decent sized rock bass. All right. Ice is broken. There we go. This one doesn't feel very big. I think it's another rock bass. Yep, sure is. Not a smallmouth, but rock bass are fun, especially when they get aggressive and hit stuff on top. Oh, fish on. What is this? Oh, look at this. Big red breast. That is a jumbo red breast. Well, I'm starting to get into some swifter water, and it's tough to work a popper in water like this, so decided to go back and try my original plan, which is the finesse soft plastics. And I remembered that I had these are little 3-inch Hellgramites, so I threw one on a 1/32 ounce jig head, and I'll just bounce it along the bottom and see if anything happens. The Hellgramite caught my eye because in these conditions, with the water being a little dingy, maybe the black will show up better than like a brown crayfish color or something. Well, the Hellgramite's no good, and gotta say, these conditions are not making me happy. I'm just not feeling it here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bail on this spot, and I'm gonna see if I can't find a stretch of river that's got some cleaner water. So, gonna do some scouting around, sit tight, and I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right, well, I did a lot of driving around, and from what I saw, pretty much all the streams around here are at least a little muddy. Again, not sure why, haven't gotten any rain in a while, but it is what it is. So I decided to reach deep into my memory and come to this spot. I don't think I fished this place in decades. I remember coming here with my dad a lot, and we would lay waste to the stocked trout. But I'll see what it's like in modern times. I'm gonna start out with the little tube jig, see if I can't tempt some smallies or whatever else might be biting here. It's been so long, this might as well be a whole new stretch of river to me. Also, I should mention, this is not the Raritan River. It's the same drainage, it's one of the tributaries, but I am out of the main river. And we'll see if I go back to the main river based on how productive this spot is. Oh, fish on. What do we got? It is little smallmouth. Okay. Right species, wrong size. Wow, that's a fat one. Fat little guy. Good to see when the fish are well fed. Fish on. Ah, rock bass. Looks like I can't get away from these things today. Fish on. Another little smallmouth. Fish on. There's another rock bass. Nothing big so far. I don't remember ever catching big smallmouths out of here, but I got to imagine there's a few. I mean, this thing does connect to the Raritan River, so you got to imagine there's at least a handful of decent sized smallies in here. Oh, wow. Hit that one on the drop. I didn't even start reeling yet. Another smallmouth. He wasted no time. Another chunky little river smallmouth. Oh, wow. Another one that hit it almost immediately. Another smallmouth. I'll just grab him. All right. Whoops. Here we go. Fish on. That looks like a rock bass. Yep. Oh boy, he engulfed it too. I've been getting a lot more consistent action here in the tail out. That's 4 casts, I've caught 3 fish. After spending a decent amount of time up at the head of the pool. Fish on. There's an airborne smallmouth. That's that jump I love to see. And also hate to see, because that's when they usually spit the hook. All right. There we go. Whoa, yeah! This one's got some shoulders to it. This one's no wimp. Look at that. Fish of the day so far, anyway. All right. Oh, wow. He hit that right at my feet. He must have followed it all the way in. Another smallmouth. Jeez, he just absolutely ate every inch of that thing. Ouch, buddy. Okay. Let's get him back. He's been stressed out enough. Well, it had been several casts without a bite on the tube, so I switched over to the little Kitech. And I've been working that for a while. That fish certainly seemed like he was into it. Just about ripped the rod out of my hands. Fish on. Didn't even feel a hit. He was just kind of there. Feels like a good fish. He's staying down, which makes me think it might not be a smallmouth. No, it looks like a smallie. He's not even that big. He's fighting like a champ. How about that? A little 10-inch smallie giving me a run for my money here. All right. That's what I love about smallmouths. Doesn't matter how big they are. You know you're in for a fight when you hook one. Fish on. Oh, check it out. Leftovers. There he goes. Concrete trout. Fish on. Another trout. Must have found a little group of them. One thing I will say about these stockies, they are full of piss and vinegar. All right, buddy, back you go. Fish on. Another trout. This one's kind of runty. All right, buddy. Get back in there. Go eat something. Grow up a little bit. Fish on. Looks like I might be playing with these for the rest of the day. All right, another concrete trout. Left over from the spring stocking. One that managed to escape the bucket brigade, only to fall from my tube jig. There we go. He was pecking at it. I thought it was a sunfish, but nope. Another one of these guys. Slippery things. Slippery things. Come on, buddy. Ah. Ah. Now I know why people keep them on stringers. It's the only way to get them to stay still. There we go, fish on. Another smallie. This is the first smallmouth I've caught in a while. I actually worked all the way down to where this river comes into the Raritan. There's the river I was fishing. Here's the Raritan going down through here. All I found after I left the bridge was a bunch of stock trout, which I thought was interesting. I thought as soon as I got away from the bridge I'd get more smallmouths too, but that has not been the case so far. There we go, fish on. Another trout. There we go. Ah, don't do that. Come on. There you go. That'd be my limit if I were keeping them. Or no, wait. Is it 4 now? I know at some point during the year it changes from 6 to 4. And it might be June 1st. Oh. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not keeping them anyway. Ah, there we go. Smallie, there we go. Wow, this one's a chunk. Look at this dude. He is just full as can be. And he still went after my tube jig. Well, I think that is gonna do it for me this afternoon. It's gonna get dark soon, and I do have a decent walk upstream back to the car. Turned into a pretty fun day of fishing. Went to the Raritan first. Conditions just didn't look right. I wasn't feeling it. But then I remembered this spot and went into it really not knowing what to expect, and did pretty well with the tube jig. Smallies, trout, rock bass. Overall, just a fun day of fishing. Nothing big, but on this light gear, any fish is fun. So it was a great day to come out, just have some fun, and reconnect with a fishing spot from my childhood. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.